I was there with Dan and Noah. They were 12 at the time, and we just fell in love with this dog. He looked like he had melted. The left side of his face was bright pink scar tissue, the color of a flamingo. And there were multiple puncture wounds on the right side of his face, and the left side was all bandaged up. I thought he had been in a fire, and I said to the doctor, "What happened to this dog?" And he said, "He was a bait dog." And it just did not compute to me. I had never heard that term before. And I said, "What's a bait dog?" And he said, "They teach fighting dogs to fight by giving them live bait. And your dog was thrown into a cage with a fighting dog. All the blood vessels had been torn out of his forehead. There was a hole in his skull the size of a softball. And Dr. Bianco told me that he estimated that the dog had been in this condition for up to a week, at least 5 days. No blood, no food, no water, nothing. Just lying in a cage dying." And Dr. Bianco was upstairs doing paperwork and came downstairs, and Diane went over to him and said, "You got to help me with this dog." They brought him in, and I really want to try and save him. And he said to her, "Oh God, Diane, not another one." And I've often wondered what kept this dog going. This dog who had never, ever known any kind of human warmth or kindness stayed alive. When we met the dog, it was like he recognized us. Noah went down on one knee. They were bringing this dog out for a walk, and he literally pulled the leash out of the handler's fist and rocketed it into Noah and knocked him over. And then Dan went over, and then I went over, and he could not stop kissing us, and we fell in love with him on the spot. As a friend of mine said some time ago, who's very involved in animal rescue. She's in fact on the board of 5 rescues in Los Angeles. And she said to me that stories about fighting dogs that have happy endings are really rare, and stories about fighting dogs that have inspirational value are non-existent. And nobody can meet this dog and not be affected by what he's gone through. Initially, I wrote the book because I wanted to tell Oogy's story, the inspirational value, and took the book way beyond where it started out into a story of adoption. The dog's adopted, my sons are adopted, and he is a sign of encouragement because inevitably everyone's going to have to go through some horrible stuff in their lives. You just can't escape it. And this dog is living proof that you can go through the most obscene experience imaginable and come out okay on the other side and find love on the other side.